Shalom and good day all, this is Healing29 back again for another indie comic review, and for this indie comic review I'll be covering King Spawn issue 22 and TMNT Usagi Yojimbo crossover issue 3. I'll now get things organised for the first one that I'll be reviewing. So we'll be starting off with issue 22 of King Spawn. So first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? In some essence it does, to which I give it a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the internal art as we have a look around the beginning, middle and end, and also what's happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we have the Spawn who is now working in confronting members of the Exodus Foundation, and of course we have quite a bit of bloodshed and things happening, plus him wanting to get news and information as well as to who runs this particular organ or brain stealing operation. As we start to jump towards the middle of the story, yes, we do get a bit of a small punch out between characters, and yes, you see it here first. We have one male character punching a female one, because the writer doesn't care about your feelings. Alright, you gotta care about the character's feelings and what's happening here. As we have a investigator, who is Sam, who's connected to Sam and Twitch. And of course, they pull out the punches, physically in this case, to help take out an opponent and to find out more about the Exodus Foundation and more of the stuff that they're involved in. And last but not least, towards the end of the story, Twitch Spawn finds out that more trouble is on the way. For the internal art, I give it a 7 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the story, seeing that we've got 22 issues now. Have there been any comic references? Sure enough, there have been, to issue 276. And the next is the area of time. No indication of time, though it would help out with the story, especially to know what time throughout the day certain events are happening with Spawn and with some of the characters. The location, we had the Exodus Foundation, we had the house, apartment to which Terry was, and also a warehouse. The cast of characters consisting of Spawn, Sam and Twitch, Cyan, Terry, Tar Merivale, Behemoth, and last but not least, also learning of what might be affecting the character of Wanda. For the overall story rating, I give it a 7 out of 10. Until then, it's now time to move on to the TMNT Usagi Yojimbo crossover. So, as we move into the TMNT Usagi Yojimbo crossover, we have another wraparound cover once again. And this is the full cover. And first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the story? Sure enough it does, to which I give a 7.5 out of 10. And now it's time to move into the internal art, as well as some of the things that are happening story-wise with the characters. So as the story begins, we do catch up with the Turtles, along with Usagi Yojimbo and members of his unit, who are taking on the Mogura Ninja clan. As we jump towards the center of the story, we end up seeing the end of the events that occur between them, and it seems that they have taken captive one of the Mogura ninja. But what does Dr. Werewen think of it? We'll soon find out when we move towards the end. And of course, Dr. Werewen, with his samuroids, decides to kill off the Mogura ninja because, well, they failed to do their job. So moving into the internal art, I actually quite enjoyed it, to which I gave a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move in relation to the story. So first things first, did we get any indication of time? No, we didn't. The location, it's still taking place in Japan. The cast of characters consisting of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Usagi Yojimbo, we had the Mogura Ninja, Lord Noriyuki, Turner, as well as Lady Tomo. We had Kitsune, Jin. We also learn of the name Lord Dokitsu, which is used for the name for Dr. Werewen. For the overall story rating in this, I give a 7.5 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.